Hey there, my name is Jordan Matin. I'm the owner of the Matin Real Estate Group. We're at the brokerage Keller Williams right now, and wanted to talk to you a little bit about what it means to join our real estate team, what we're looking for, and kind of break down the pieces of our value proposition. I really want to start by talking a little bit about who we are and what we're all about. Okay, our mission statement is building wealth through real estate in the Great Northwest. We're looking to expand into different markets, but for the most part, our team trajectory is going to stay here in the Northwest. At some point, maybe 10, 20 years down the road, we could talk about other parts of the country, but from now, for the next 5 years, we're really going to dig deep here locally in the area that I grew up in. So that's really important. Our vision is to set the example for knowledge, skills, and mastery in the industry so that our clients and our colleagues define us as extraordinary. I want to improve our skills, our sales skills, our knowledge of the industry, about real estate, and really dig down so that people out there in the community can rely on us to be ambassadors of what it means to be great real estate agents, okay? So we know that to create extraordinary results, we need to have a proactive, talented response, right? And so some of the values that our team really likes to focus on, and I won't go into these too much individually, but to be proactive. I'm a really proactive agent, and I want our team members to be really proactive. Honesty, right? To be able to speak truthfully and have integrity. Humility. So, it's not always about the numbers or how much we're selling or what we have, but what we're able to do for others, okay? Mastery to always be coachable, always be learning based, and willing and being able to learn. And so mastering the skills and always being open, okay? I'm an adult learner. That's what's really important to me. And when I bring someone on my team, whether they're brand new or been in the business for 10 years, being able to learn and to be able to change our activities. And service. Have a mind for service, serving to our clients, serving to our colleagues, and serving to ourselves. So some of the couple pieces of that are important to us, right, and about who we are. Now, wanted to go into some of the values of joining a team and really quickly touch on why people get into real estate versus why people get out of real estate. Now, we know that the three top reasons why people get into real estate is they want flexibility. They want to make more money. Obviously, they want to make more money, and they want to be their own boss. They want to have their own control over their lives. What's funny is that it's usually almost the exact same things on why they leave real estate. We find that people have a lack of accountability. They lack the structure. And honestly, sometimes they just don't make the amount of money. 2 years ago, I knew the statistics, and I believe it's pretty close to what it is today, that only 10% of agents make it through their first year. Okay, 1 out of 10. And I also know that in the first 5 years, only 10% make it their first 5 years. So you have like a 1% chance of making it your five years from today and being in real estate. Those are not good odds. And so being able to connect and really work with a team that has a great amount of success will allow you to have the trajectory in business and in real estate that you really want. And so that's really a cool deal. So why are some of the cool reasons why you would want to join a real estate team? Well, for starters, no expenses. The team handles all your expenses. And these are things like website or printing, having a big, nice office space, technology, dialers or analytics, or we use graphic artists, we use website analyzers and Google AdWords experts and advertising experts. And these vendors, it can be very costly. We take on all those. Of course, the people leverage, being able to have people to help support you. Our agents should be doing 5 things and 5 things only. They should be prospecting, doing lead follow-up, going on appointments, negotiating contracts, and mastering their skills. Whether that's learning how to their scripts and dialogues, learning about the legal ramifications of certain contractual law, or just knowing more about what's happening in the market, okay? So that's really important. We want our agents to focus on those 5 things. If they're not those 5 things, then we want it leveraged, whether it's through a system or through people leverage, people here on the team, okay? So we run this business like a business, okay? And so it's really important to focus on that. The things that you will be responsible for are well, in Portland it's PMAR, and Clark County it's different, but we have our realtor fees, right? The MLS fees, gas, car insurance, cell phone perhaps. These are your personal fees, and this shouldn't amount to more than $2,000 depending on the area, right? A year. For me, just right now in our business, it's almost $30,000 a month. So it's huge expenses. So that's number one, the number one of the three reasons why agents would join a team. The second piece is more time, right? Number one is to be able to spend time with your family or loved ones, right? So when you're not working, you're being able to spend time with your family. And number two is that when you are working, you are actually income producing. You know, everyone knows an agent in the office that is there all the time but doesn't seem to be selling anything. When our team members come into the office, they are hyper-focused. Bold law is what you focus on expands. And so when they're here in the office, they are hyper-vigilant about getting deals into escrow, meeting clients, finding out what their needs are, going on appointments and negotiating contracts, okay? Hyper-focus on that. And then when they're not here, they're not here. They are going and spending time at the mountain, or going on vacations, or going to their children's, soccer clubs or whatever, okay? So they're really focused. And number three is more business, right? The one thing, because of our systems and our tools, we know for a fact that we can create more business. This is through our website technology, where we're getting hundreds of leads every single month. Our technology, being able to triple dial, or being able to pull reversed phone numbers from different addresses or neighborhoods, being able to pull from our database. We have thousands of people in our database that we've been talking to for years now, and we get great referral business. Actually, last year, 30% of our business was referral-based business, and it's growing every year. Our reputation. Now that we're in the upper echelons of the real estate business, we're getting a lot of real estate business, not just locally from agents, but also nationally. We get referrals from agents that I know in California, Nevada, Florida, Tennessee, Indiana. And so that's been a huge piece that we're able to bring to the table. Coaching and training. I have a coach. My coach has a coach. Alicia, our operations manager, has a coach, and her coach has a coach. So it's really important that we are mastering our skills and learning to run this business intelligently. Scripts and dialogues, being able to know what to say and how to say it, and our connection with the local and national community. I personally, in the last 6 months, have given away over $5,000. I want to see more giving, more charity work, and having that be something that really allows us to have more business, but have the synergy to be able to grow the community, but also grow our own personal lives. Okay? So that's really a big piece of it. Another thing is that we're just going to give you leads and give you appointments. We get calls all the time, and we can't service everything. We need to have more people, and we need to have the right people and the right talented people for those positions. So real quickly, I'm going to jump along to our next section. People say, well, that sounds great, Jordan. I'd love to get more in business and spend more time with my family and do all these great things. But what's it really going to cost me? And I don't want to give up half of my commission. I don't want to give up all this money. I can do this on my own, and you can. The average broker last year did 4 transactions. The average broker in Clark County did 2 transactions. So there's lots of people that are licensed and are running their own, businesses, if you can call them that, but they're not really doing it at a high level. And so what I'm suggesting is that we take the time that you're working and we get hyper-focused and we have it very purposeful and leverage. So let's say you went with a company, XYZ company, right? And you want to make $100,000. And I bring up $100,000 because everybody, always says, I want to make 6 figures. I want to make 6 figures, right? Excuse me. So let's say that. Now, there's a big difference between GCI, which is gross commission income, right, versus netting. You make $1 million, do you actually make it, or are your expenses $800 and you keep $200, right? And then, of course, you got taxes on top of that. So let's really know exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about GCI, okay? Now, most companies will charge a cap, right? A desk fee to be able to work there. And let's say on average, that your cap is going to be 20%. That's pretty common, give or take, right? Until you cap out. So even at $100,000, you're making $80,000. Okay. Well, that's not too bad. But then you got desk and E&O and royalty fees, and those can add up too. So let's say that's about $5,000, which is actually fairly low. Well, that would end you up at about $70,000 a year. Okay. Now, when I was a single agent, my overhead was $6,500 a month. But let's say, just to be really conservative, you're paying $2,000 a month on marketing, websites, online advertising, printing, listing presentations, delivery, all these sort of things, client gifts. They add up. Let's say you're spending $2,000, which is basically unheard of. But let's say that that's the case. Well, you'd be at a net of about $50,000, right? So what I'm saying is, let's say we, for the Matin Real Estate Group, we do only a 10% difference, and you'll make more money, and you'll spend more time with your loved ones. Okay? And how we can do that is, let's say we're going to take the example of the buyer's agent commission, right? Now, our average buyer's agent does 4 transactions a month consistently. He could do more. It'd be easy peasy, but that's kind of where he's at right now. And Will's fantastic at it. And our average price point is much higher than $300,000, but for the sake of this, I'd rather be conservative so you can make more money and have more of an actual figure. So based on 48 transactions at $360,000, your net's $140,000, right? Now, this number is much smaller than this number. Here's what's crazy. Now, someone says, I can never do 48 transactions. Well, actually, you can, and you'd spend less time doing it. You'd actually spend more time spending with your family or going skiing or whatever it is. But you'll make much more money, much more money. Plus, you'll be able to help other people's lives, and maybe it's not all about the money. It's not all about the money. It's about what you can do with it. You can help your kid go to college, or help your family, or your mother if she gets sick, or go to go take your family on vacation, or do something, right? So that's what's really important in this. Okay, so the difference is not much different, but the amount of work is huge, right? So we do things on a higher level so that we're more focused on it. So, so Jordan, that's great. Where do I sign up? Well, whoa. Okay, look, our business is very focused. I'm a prospecting-based business, and this might shock some of you. I may not be the easiest person to get along with. That's why we've really moved from me being the leader to having Alicia Johnson, our operations manager, being the person that helps us to be able to bring on talent and help people grow. Now, don't get me wrong. You'll be able to talk to me and we'll help on sales things. But when it comes down to it, Alicia will hold you accountable. She's much more level-headed than I am, okay? So that's what we're going to how we do this. And we have certain expectations of our people. I show up at the office every day. Every single thing that we ask our agents to do, I have personally done myself, and for many of them, done for years, like prospecting. I spend 4 hours on the phones every day, 6 days a week. If you come in the office at 8:30 on a Tuesday, you'll see me on the phones prospecting. That's what I do. That's who I am. Okay? Now, and that's not what I originally loved to do. But that's who I became, okay? So that I could live a big business and help others. So the first thing that we'll talk about when you want to join the team is that there's your business, and then there's our business, right? And if you want to get into our world, we expect you to do certain things, okay? The first is that you'll bring 200 names the day that you get started. You have 200 names with their phone number, their email, their address. These are people that know you. Hell, they may even like you. And it's important that you have this up front, because what our systems will do will be able to make that database absolutely thrive. And we have a minimum of 200 people, okay? Open houses. We expect our new agents to do 2 open houses a week. I don't care if it's on a Saturday or if it's on a Tuesday at 4 or whenever you choose to do it. It's just that you do it, and you do it consistently. We expect everything that's being done to be done consistently, up front and tracked. We track all of our numbers, and you'll see me do it every single week, every single day. Prospecting, that you're on the phone 3 to 4 hours a day, 5 days a week, that you're pounding phones, that you're reaching out, you're door knocking. This may be your database. This might be our database. This might be signed calls. This might be online leads, that you're actively making contacts, 30 contacts a week. Now, this production should get you 1 to 2 deals a month. Now, once you're doing this consistently, you get to come into our world. This is online leads, right? We're getting hundreds of online leads from our website and our analytics and our reverse Facebook targeting and our Craigslist posting and other resources, right? Our database. I have thousands of people in my database that we've been marketing with for years. And then sign calls. Currently we have, over 40 signs in the ground. And when we enter into the Vancouver market, you can expect that my first thing we'll be marching in order for is to get 40 more signs in the ground there. Listings we're a listing-based business. Now, granted, we work with buyers and we do a great job with them, but listings are where the income, it's the best income producing activity, and we will focus on that. So once you come onto the team, we have a basic minimum of 2 deals per month. And if you're consistently doing 2 deals per month, then we may not be a good fit, okay? Now, if they're $1 million deals, then hey, my hat's off for you. But if you're doing $200,000 little dinky deals every single month, you're not gonna make the income. It's not gonna make financial sense to us. And I'm either gonna coach you into more production or coach you into out of the team, okay? So the goal and our expectation when we bring someone on is to get someone up to 4 deals a month. Now, you could stay at 4 deals a month and make, like I showed you, 6 figures, and you'd be happy as a clam. And you could stay there for the rest of your life, and that's fine. You know, I don't expect anybody to have huge aspirations. But if you did have aspirations, I want to show you that your world can fit inside our world, and that we can allow you to live the life that you want and grow within us. So ideally, we find a good fit. You like me, you like Alicia, you like the people in the team, you like what we're doing. And so you don't feel like, oh my God, I'm stuck here. I'm always going to be with this glass ceiling and I can't get out of it, right? So this is why we're going to just show you the growth plan right now, so you understand where we can go and where we're heading, okay? So once you get to 6 deals per month, we'll pay for half of either an ISA, someone who's making phone calls, right, or prospecting or door knocking or whatever, excuse me, or a personal assistant. Now, this could be somebody helping you with paperwork or marketing, or it could be somebody who's going to do your laundry, clean the house, you know, pick your kids up from school, okay? It can make your life easier. How you want to do it is how you want to do it, and we'll help you to find that person. Once you get up to 8 deals a month, we'll pay for either a full-time ISA, a dialer, or a full-time assistant for whatever it is that you want that person to do, within reason, okay? So we'll get that set up. Now, once you hit 10 deals per month, now granted, remember, I personally right now have 14, and I'm sitting here on a Friday, you know, doing videos, right? So it's possible to have this sort of a life. I go on vacation, I do fun things, I have the support to do that, and you'll have that support too. So this is more than possible, okay? But let's say you're doing 10 deals a month, you can then qualify to be an expansion partner. And what this looks like is we have a big growth plan. And if you go to our website, I'll mention in a moment, we're planning on being in Salem, Eugene, Corvallis, Bend, maybe Seattle, different areas, right? And we want to be able to grow our business, okay? So we would have you move to a different location or be placed in a certain location and help us to build up a team underneath you. There's a second piece here that's missing is once you hit $2.4 million in GCI and it's consistently hitting it on a team level, you become vested. And you basically become a partner in that location with us, right? So you're getting income over time. So that's really important to be able to see that. And either you could help open locations or you can go retire on a beach. Whatever is clever with you and our team, and we can make that work for you. So if you were thinking about this, if this is something you're interested in, you want to learn more about the process, or you are like, God, I would love to learn more, but I'm nervous. I don't want to, I don't want my broker to know about it. Look, we do everything confidential. No one will ever know that you meet with us. We're totally quiet about it. And we want to make sure that it's a good fit up front. And we will meet you 5, 6, 7 times to make sure that is. We don't do anything quickly. We want to make sure we're the right fit for you and that you're the right fit for us. But we'd love for you to reach out. We'll have a confidential meeting. And how you can do that is by going to our website. It's matincareers.com, and who you'll meet is Alicia Johnston. She's a fantastic woman. She actually did all this. You should have seen mine. They were horrible. My handwriting is terrible. Here's her phone number. You can reach out. The first thing she'll do is to send you a resume, and there's an apply now on the MatinCareers.com page. You can upload your resume if you have an AVA for those in Keller Williams, or a KPA or a DISC. Reach out and go to MatinCareers.com. Thank you so much. If you aren't in real estate and you want to get in real estate, let us know. If you got a friend in real estate, pass along this video. Please share it, like it, comment on it. I appreciate all your help, and I wish you guys all the best success here in the years to come.